Good evening, Tightliners, and welcome back to the channel. You find me on a solo session at the moment. There's a possibility that Kay might turn up afterwards. I was hoping that another well-known YouTuber would be turning up today, but he's been busy all day and it doesn't look as if he's going to be able to make it. So anyway, you'll find me on the banks of the Menai Straits tonight. The winds have come up northwesterly. I was hoping to get out after hounds over in the Holyhead area, but it'd be slightly uncomfortable. So what I've done is come to the Straits, to a known spot where I have caught bass in the past, and my mentor, my father, my dad, this was one of the spots where he used to visit quite regular to catch bass. At the moment I've got one rod in, you can just see over my left shoulder there, that's the universal match, and I've got an up and over, not an up and over, sorry, I've got a pulley rig. You've seen all this before. I got 6 ounce plain lead to a splashdown, and I've got £100 rig body. I got a bead, I got the Trident Aero pulley system, and then I've got £60 fluoro hook length with a 5/0 kamakiri and a offset circle hook there. Now I got a soft crab on that one, so I'm going to send this one out with a little bit of peeler crab. I had some cracking crab over the last couple of days, just looking under the rocks and under the weeds locally to me. Well, quite half and half really, female and male, and also peeler and softy. Like I said, bass is the prime target, but there's always a chance of a hound. Just seen a bird diving over there now, so there could be activity there. Tide running from right to left. Carnarvon is on the other side to my right over there. We've got Plas Menai right in front of us here, the National Sailing Water Sports Centre, and then a bit further on the other side to the banks over there to the left is Felinheli. So that'll give people some idea where I am, but I'm not giving it all. Anyway, I'm going to get a peeler crab on here and get it sent out. Oh, hang on, what was that? Was that the tide or was that a fish? Oh, that's a fish. Isn't it? I don't know. It's weed, a whole load of weed there is. And get closer to the water. Yeah, I think this is a whole load of weed, guys, it's nothing serious. It looked a bit fishy to begin with, but it's not. Just as I said there was, guys, Just a big lump of weed, big kelp. Now that crab is looking just the same as it was when I put it out there. So there we go, great big piece of kelp. Whew. Got me excited for a little bit there. Right, what I'll do is, I think I will bind another soft onto this as well and get it out. Then I'll get the peeler on the other one, get that out. You guys are under the shelter, as you may have seen in the intro. Keeping you guys dry. It has been a really wet day. Anyway, like I said, I'll get another soft crab onto here. Just bind it onto the other one. And get it sent out. Hopefully that kind of thing is not going to happen all evening. If it does, I might move a bit further down over that way in a little bay where I might be just out of the main flow a little bit, and hopefully that might not happen. It'd be nice to see Kay getting here later. He's been delayed, like I said. He has got a big trip coming up this weekend, so he's making sure that the van has got fresh oil and all that kind of business that you need before a big trip. I'm undecided yet whether I'll be making that trip with him. I'm keeping an eye out on the weather in the destination they're going, and if it's not really that good, then I might just stay at home, get a few things done at home and just fish locally. Right, fucking on chydig. Right, let's get this back out. Don't need a big cast here, guys. But there we go. If that hasn't got bass written all over it, then what has? Gonna cast this up tight. Just a gentle job. Let it come down in the tide. Let quite a fair bit of line out. If that's what the bottom is, you can see why there might be bass in there. Right, let's get a peeler on this one. When I'm fishing like this, guys, I'm not going to take the legs off, take the claws off. Just peel as much of the bottom off as I can. Take the back off. I go make a slit in the middle of the crab, so that it kind of goes kind of 3/4 of the way across. Then we go in through the back claws, legs even, down the back. This is how I do it. Other people might do it differently. This is how I've always done it all my life, and it seems to have worked for me. Back through the back there, and back out through the leg in the back over here. So we got the crab on the hook there like that, with the point nice and proud, and we'll bind it on. Now then, hoping that the legs will make it look as natural as it can do on the bottom, and a big fat bass or a nice hound or dare I even say it? No, I won't say it. Those very elusive fish that have got beards under their chin. There might be still one or two of those lurking around. Spring ones. You never know. It's the Menai Straits, and all sorts of things can happen in here. And then the circle hook up through here like that. There we go. So we've got one hook there, one hook there. I'm not bothered about getting them in line, guys. Don't know what your thoughts on that is, but they don't have to be in line. In my book anyway. And then we'll clip it in, and we'll just give it a gentle lob. But I'm going to try this one just out over here where there seems to be a little bit of an eddy. So there we go, same as before, splashdown and the Trident pulley system. Let's get this one in the water. No more for it. Well guys, this is very slow. Bait coming back untouched. Both soft crabs and peeler crabs untouched. So it's not good at the moment. But it's so peaceful down here. You can hear the birds in the trees over there. There's a peacock up the top over there somewhere. We seen it when we were on a coastal path walk the other week. Light is starting to fade a little bit now. Oh, there wasn't much light to start with today. Actually, it won't get dark for another good hour a bit yet. 8:15 now. I think high water is round about half past 10. So we'll be right up here afterwards. Got to be at least one fish in there. But there's a chance of it being a good fish though. I've had fish up to £6 here. But I know there are bigger ones around. Anyway, fucking all. Guys, a question that I've been asked recently is using multiplier reels. Now then, on these Pen 525, they've got mags. So on the side of this reel here, there's a little lever here that goes backwards and forwards that tightens the mags. Now, the question was advice on somebody who's beginning to use multipliers. Well, my advice would, if you've got a reel with mags on, is to put the mags right down onto the tougher setting, the slower setting possible. And then what you really need to do is get practicing on the field if you can, and start gently. And what you need to do is do it in, well, you know, obviously practice in daylight, and what you'll get the feel of is when the lead is falling and hitting the ground or hitting the water, is when to slow the reel down with your thumb. Now, they're the ones with the mag. Now, not every reel has a mag. Now, what I suggest, if you've got a reel like this one, this is a Daiwa SL30. Now, this knob here, if you tighten that up, and then if you have it on your rod, and you tighten that up, when you put it into gear, it should be a very, very slow drop. And then what you can do then is practice and practice and practice, and as you get a little better, you can undo this one a little bit and let that line go out through the reel a little bit quicker. But it's all to do with practicing on the field and practicing on the beach and just getting confident in it. I've been using these since I was very small, since I was very young. It's a matter of preference. To be honest with you, these days, some of the modern fixed pools are absolutely superb. You may know recently that I've actually bought one. I bought a fixed spool to go with my Continental rod, and I think it's a fantastic piece of kit. The line just flies off the spool, and to be honest with you, it's just as strong as anything else these days. I use multipliers just because it's what I'm used to. Hope that helps, guys. It's all about practice and just using the slower settings to start with while you're getting used to it, and knowing when to slow the reel down in the air just before it hits the water. Hope that helps. Right guys, so I'm going to try a smaller bait this time. Slightly smaller bait. Don't know, might make a difference, who knows. Let's get it in. Okay, still no bites. Very peaceful. One good fish will make this session. About just under an hour now before high water. I think I'll fish it up to high, see what happens on the first half an hour, 3/4 of an hour on the ebb, and if nothing's happening, then it will be time to go home. I think I'll have given it a blooming good shot then, standing out here in the rain. Anyway, this is the first time I've really targeted bass this month. Not had one this month. Not that I'm doing that challenge, obviously. I enjoyed that challenge last year, and so far this year's challenge of a ray every month is going well. Seems to be an abundance of rays around. The first ray I had in January was just on the other side of the straits over there. The rain has just been persistent all night. And it's expected to be the same again tomorrow. I think it may be clearing for Friday. We'll see what the crab situation is like, and possibly get another session on the crab after school on Friday or even tomorrow, and get a few sessions in over the weekend. Really looking to see if I can get a hound over £10 this year. I've always fallen a little short of it. Last year, my first hound of the year, that went, I don't know what the weight was, but it was a good one. It was just short of £10, I think. And I got a funny feeling the wind has just changed direction. Anyway, I'm out here, I'm giving it a go. No more chydig. Right guys, so that was the first one that's come back without any weed on it at all. Tide's slackening off a bit now, so I am going to put one a little bit further out this time. Right, so what I've done on that one is I had dregs of some ragworm. It's not really bass bait, but if there is one of those elusive unicorns in there, then that bait just might do it. Sticky ragworm used to work in the Straits all the time for codling. Who knows? Very unlikely, I know. Probably attracted dirty dogfish. Is a dogfish better than a blank? I'm not sure when I'm fishing for bass, really. Right. Coming back like that, look. Hardly touched. Anyway, I hope you are enjoying the content. Obviously, tonight isn't brilliant. No fish as yet. But the comment I'm getting is that you are enjoying what I'm showing you. Hopefully that you are getting a few tips along the way. Hopefully, what I said earlier about the multipliers It's helped a few people. The other thing about the multiplayers is that you can buy some with a level wind, which means that you don't have to use your thumb to make the line level along the spool. Now that can help with avoiding birds' nests or to blow up, but I do find that having a level wind on the reel will slow it down a lot, and you lose a little bit of distance. That's my experience anyway. Obviously when I was learning I did have a level wind, but as soon as I mastered it we got it removed. You can get kits and things to remove your level winds if you want to. That was on reels like your Abu 6.5s, Abu 7,000s. I'm not sure if their Daiwa Millionaire comes with a level wind. Anyway, I'm going to sit back in the shelter. I'm sure you can hear the rain. So pelting it down. I'm going to put another crab on this one. And if nothing's going to happen, guys, I think I might go home early. So rhywbeth fel yr arfer fydd oedd chi'n dod. Right guys, unless I get at least a bite on these two baits now, they're going to be the last ones. And I am facing, or looking down the barrel of my first blank since that match in Kemlyn several weeks ago by now. This is how it goes. You win some, you lose some. Now I've got to get at least a bite out of these baits to persuade me to stay. It's not looking good. Right, let's keep watching and see what happens. Well guys, that was a disappointing session, but there we go. That's how it goes at times. Win some, lose some, like I said before. So that was the first blank I've had since the Kemlyn match, like I said, several weeks ago. I came, I tried, and the fish just weren't there tonight. Could come back again tomorrow, next week, and there could be tons of bass here. So anyway, all I need to do now is put the shelter away and get back to the car, get home, nice hot cup of tea and a hot shower, and see what we can do in the next session. Thank you all for watching, staying with me till the end. There will be better sessions again, obviously, and there will be other blanks, I'm pretty sure. And the law averages says that. Like I said, thanks for staying with me, and if you haven't subscribed, please would you subscribe. It won't cost you anything, and until the next time, keep your lines tight.